First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Heal gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's good people? You already know what it is. You got your favorite bros from your favorite pod's favorite pod. It's the 3-Man Weave podcast, and we back with a brand new episode 210. It's me, your guy Buchanan, and I got my bros with me. Who I got?
You already know who it is. I'm back off vacation, baby. Still gonna heal regardless, baby. Let's get it.
And
you already know what it is. I told you they wasn't abandoning me. They back. I told you. I didn't run everybody off, so I got my guys back. So that's all I care about.
Hey, this is hilarious because if y'all don't know, I got a text and he said, "Hey, y'all all right?" I was like, "We come in, bro. We come in, bro." But I appreciate y'all. Of course, we definitely, CP time, but we on time. Hey, y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Make sure y'all are ordering your 3-Man Weave apparel at email podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I said it again, just in case y'all missed it the first time. You know what I'm saying? We got the tees, hoodies, shorts, whatever you need. Actually, you know what I'm saying? The price, we got the price list will be posted again, but whatever you need, just hit us up. Hit us all up. Hit it anywhere. We'll respond. But the email is definitely where you're going to get your official order in. So make sure y'all doing that. Oh man, let's get to it. Can we talk about this, please, right quick?
About what?
Cause we went off on your boy personally in the group chat, Cannon.
But
more information has came out.
Paul, boy,
Michael Orr, man, the blind side, my brother.
Yeah, man.
They did my man's dirty, bro.
Yeah, man. Dang. What can you say? It's like, why you? Oh man.
You know what you can say. You know what you can say, and you know what you can do. You can make this thing right, bro. Like you can make it right.
I don't understand what would be taking so long for.
Yeah. You let the whole movie go through production, bro.
He may not have
and
known.
It's like you've known for a long time that you're not seeing any proceeds. Why? That's my one thing that I want to, that I would, if I could speak to Michael Orr, I would ask him, like, why are you just now telling us, bro? And why didn't you, if you told us sooner, you possibly could have received proceeds, bro. Like, but I don't know. They definitely should rectify the situation, because for someone to lie about fostering him and people involved profiting over 300 million is insane. For him to not see any proceeds from that, it's beyond me, for real.
I had froze up a little bit. I'm good.
Yeah, you good. I thought I froze up too. But
okay,
what I will say is they 100% did him wrong, and with the way that the whole story, went from who he really was to the movie, it's literally like they made that movie to be like there would be no Michael Orr without these people. They built it up,
saved him from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you think
they would kill him in the hood.
Man, that boy was 6'8", 297 pounds as a 7-year-old. Them folks wasn't saving him from nothing but offensive line or defensive line. That's all it was. And for them to do him how they did him, it was ridiculous. Like,
so was he really?
Everything they did was for their own benefit, whether it was from getting him into that school, making him go to Ole Miss, signing a conservatorship while actually leading him to believe you were adopting him, and then taking
All
and
is
monetizing off of his story. Not only did they did they split the movie proceeds evenly amongst their children, their whole family built a career off of this. One of their daughters is an influencer, another one of their kids, one of them, I think.
Well, my question is,
he worked at UCF.
Were there no adults around Michael Orr? Like, he's just navigating all of these decisions on his own.
Well, and here's my thing. And tell Britney Spears, how familiar were you with the conservatorship?
Yeah,
not at all.
So they could have just played that off like, we adopted him. He signed the conservative shit and all of that. And so everybody's thinking, oh, cool. And they don't know what that entails.
And it's like, once you're on one, it's damn near impossible to get off.
But this is my thing. I got a couple questions too. But my first question is, okay, y'all got money. Y'all hustle. This is a hustle that y'all came up with.
That's what they do.
Cool.
Right.
Hey, I ain't knocking your hustle, because it was a great hustle, and I'm pretty sure that y'all not the only
still paid him and been rich.
That's all I'm saying. Is that give that man his money. Just give him his money.
But here's my thing.
And let's get through it. And let's just get through it.
But here's my thing.
And we would never know
that's
about
that's like the NFL asking.
That's
like the NFL, saying, hey, we just gonna give y'all. We don't need to make all of the money. They wasn't about to just be like, oh, nah, we can give them some of the money. Nah, they like,
none.
This is the family. Yeah. You get nothing. That's why a lot of these uber rich people didn't get rich by being compassionate and having a heart. They got there by being cold, cutthroat, blooded.
Yeah. Absolutely. And once again, I'm not knocking the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
But business wise, to your point, if I'm running business and these are the plays that I'm running, bro, if they made over 300 million, let's just say they gave him 50 million of the proceeds. That's
50 million. That's $50 million that your family don't have.
Now we can run more plays because we're not exposed. Now we'll never run that type of play ever again. Now, you see what I'm saying? We are exposed. He would have been a team player if they come to me and I know they didn't adopt me and all of that. I'm going with the story for 50 mil.
But here's my thing.
We're hugging in public. But
here's my thing, Kenny. They didn't have any compassion for him in the beginning about breaking him in, bringing him into the process. Because if they truly was gonna be like, oh, we'll bring him into the process and we all gonna get rich, they would have adopted him. They said, no, we gonna do what we always do: free labor. Run, nigga, run. No, get your ass out there and be big, black, and strong. And that's what they did. They wasn't worried about, oh, let's, see how we can all just be a happy, rich family. No.
Now, this is my other question.
It's bad business. If you're gonna run scams, you need to be smart about them.
This is my next question, though, bro. Did SJ really lead the team out from the tunnel? You couldn't lie about that too, right?
Oh, he did. He probably did that because he was like, "Hey, Big Mike, get your black ass out here. The rest of yous, the rest of yous."
You know,
was the whole movie a lie?
Yes, the whole movie is a lie because the whole story it was based off of was a lie. That shit is a fiction movie. That shit ain't like that. That's on some of the shit where it's just like,
because he went back to the hood with everybody, and he was like hood equalizer, bro. Like, come on, bro. He made some of his parts look good.
The actors and the actresses, they should do something for Michael Orr, man.
They can't do nothing for themselves. They on strike too. Shit.
No, but some of those
hey bro, they got enough time getting they contract right. You know, all the CBA fucked up for everybody.
Some of these actors and actresses are above their union. They you know what I'm saying? Like Angela Bassett, the Will Smiths, Sandra Bullock, she above that. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I say. CBA fucked up for everybody because that's the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks ain't coming down to help everybody else.
Do something for Michael.
They the running backs. They say, "Hey, nah, we good over here. Go ahead. You know, I get a running back to the Super Bowl."
It is funny though, like that she is getting a lot of backlash and a lot of vitriol for like.
And it's not.
It ain't her fault.
I just did my job and took a role. How the hell am I supposed to? I ain't no sleuth. I'm supposed to investigate these roles before I do them. No.
Hey, well, shit, that's what
was coming. They was bringing him around and showing him. I thought this shit was legit. He's smiling and kissing babies because he probably thought the checks was coming in.
Hey, but listen, if y'all
no, because if Robert E. Lee can give his day, like if they could take them Robert E. Lee statues back, they could take that damn Oscar back. Get that shit. Come on.
So look,
we're taking all of this.
We about to move on. But I'm about to ask y'all a question though. If somebody had to play y'all in a movie, who would y'all get to play y'all in a movie?
I'm going. Probably Wood Harris, man.
Okay, you go with Wood Harris. Okay, good, I got you. AJ.
If T.I. can be Rashad and play a 16-year-old in ATL, he can do a 17-year-old me too. So he go a tip. God damn it.
I do. Oh man, I can't think of his name right now.
But what's
he played?
Arnez J.
From Skeeter.
He played the husband in a family that prays. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Slap yeah.
The light skin.
Slap please find out his name. But as you find out his name, right? See, look at all the people that we named that play us in the movie. You played Wood Harris.
Yeah,
you know, he taller than you, but cool, that's fine.
Yeah,
y'all can actually, you know, the he can play a cannon. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can.
AJ, T.I., he can play.
Yeah,
he can play AJ. When you find his name, AJ, he can find me.
Please,
you know what I'm saying?
And hold the picture up.
And look, and he say, "Oh my good, he can play."
Oh my good,
you know that's not who I picked. But you know what? We're gonna go with oh my good. He can play me, right?
Oh, is it Omari Hardwick?
No, it's not Omari Hardwick.
Hill as Omari Hardwick, Hill Ghost.
But listen, my point is, I made this right. The people that Sandra Bullock and them played don't look nothing like.
Yeah,
that's him. Rockman.
Oh yeah, that's my son. That's my son.
He gonna play Hill, right?
Yeah,
he gonna play Hill. My whole thing is, you see how they look something like us?
Dude from he played in the game, right?
Yeah, he did. I was gonna say Pookie from Richmond.
Come on,
but
man.
I ain't really know.
Come on now.
I know I lost. I dropped the ball. Well, my thing is, when you look at Sandra Bullock,
yeah,
bro. and the country music star that played the husband, bro. They don't look nothing like this family. Absolutely nothing.
It's a fictional story.
I mean, but damn, who do we pick? You didn't pick Idris Elba.
Because my joint gonna be a truth.
But here's the thing. We've had black people do it too. They had Anthony Mackie play Tupac. Come on now.
Bro, that's bald. He kind of looked like Tupac, though, bro.
Yeah, but he tried, bro. Like, I ain't mad at that.
He looked like Tupac when
it's me, Tupac Shakur.
It was better than
he
the
did
other
a bad
dude.
job.
Bro, there's been some worse Pacs, bro.
Absolutely.
That's very true. We know somebody had.
We're gonna fairly ever judge if we ain't gonna really judge nobody that great when it comes to doing that.
We're gonna move on because Flex Washington played Michael Jackson, and that was the worst Michael Jackson ever.
Yeah, that's the worst one. Put that man in white face.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So we have dropped the ball as well. You know?
Flex had a lot of embarrassing roles.
Yeah, he whoever his agent was back then.
They had a conservatorship on him.
Yeah.
Get your ass out here, boy.
And he definitely a part of the union.
Look. I see you,
Flex
Joe.
did that,
Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
get
Joe. Yeah, Joe.
Get your own my
I can see that.
Get your own my episode.
I can see
Nah,
Omar
Miss King got to
Joe.
answer too. Though. Miss King got to answer that too. She got to answer who would play Miss King. You should probably go pick Angela
Regina
Bassett
George.
Regina King.
Nah, Regina
King.
George.
Regina, who is Regina George?
You don't know who Regina George is.
When he's so, I gotta watch.
Oh no, Regina, you're right. Regina King, my fault.
Yeah, it's Regina King. Come on, now keep the king alive.
He said
Forrest Gump wasn't at the Million Man March, but they not asking man. It's a comment of the night.
Yeah, that's fact. But they straight up told us that Forrest Gump. We knew that was fiction, but I feel they lied to us and told us that Michael Orr was a true story, man. Blindside was supposed to be a true story.
SJ,
and that's
SJ was out here trying to teach Michael Orr how to block. Like
I saw, I ruined your Black Panther pod.
Sorry for ruining your Black Panther party. Yeah, Forrest Gump was he was at a lot of important shit in history, man.
No, he was at all of them. No, he wasn't at a lot. He was at all of them.
He really did ruin the Black Panther. They were like, you know what? It's all right.
It was for a good cause.
We understand. Right? So look, right? We left it way too long on the icebreaker, but hey, it is what it is. We are about to start off. We're gonna whatever. We about to start back up with our NFL divisional series.
We never stopped. Y'all left me alone by myself to do it.
I know I was trying to say it's so sentimental, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the words out. But you held it down, my brother. You held it down, my brother. But now we back. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to hold it down with you. Hold it down. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it going.
Let's go with your nemesis. Let's go with your nemesis.
Who's his nemesis?
Well, we have to do what we normally do. We have to go in order.
We'll go in order.
Yes, we're gonna have to go in order. If we're not familiar with the NFL divisional series, we go from worst to first when we do an NFL divisional series. And now we're about to start with the AFC East.
The New York Jets. We'll start with you because they were last.
And I thought about it after I said it. I was trying
to. Yeah. Look, you know what? I'll start.
Go ahead. I want to hear what he got to say about these people, man.
the New York. So as we all know, I'll be brief. The New York Jets, they were one, just like the Broncos the previous year, one quarterback away. We know they got their quarterback.
That's a thing.
They got Karen, and so to me, as a team that is a quarterback away, and then you get a quarterback, that means you are now a Super Bowl or bust team. So this team is Super Bowl or bust,
and you was last in your division.
That same thing they said with the Broncos. So look, all I'm gonna say is it's a whole bunch of reasons why you could say that this team is a Super Bowl contender, but no one seems to want to talk about the reason that they will have a hard time being a Super Bowl contender is the offensive line. I cede my time so we can make sure Hill has all the time he needs. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, go ahead, Kenny.
I'm gonna piggyback off what AJ said. If I hate when teams say that we're quarterback away. And if you are saying that, you should have been in the AFC championship or the NFC championship to me. If you're saying that you're a quarterback or just a one player away. So I don't ever
Rams
they pulled it off. They definitely pulled it off. But I still don't think that they was a quarterback away. Like they just, it lined up for them. But the Jets were last in their division. So it's like, how dare you say we're a quarterback away? And the quarterback that you went and got, albeit has done a lot in the league, but he's an older guy. He's been injury prone the last 3 years. So it's like, And to AJ's points, it's a bad O-line. So the Jets are a young core. They had young quarterbacks. None of them really emerged as franchise, but I think, I would have stuck with youth. Now you paid the money. You say you gave him a pay cut, but you paid the money. You got an old QB in there, and you're a quarterback away. And I think you might end up last in the division. So that's my take.
You got them last in the division. I've already stated that I have them missing the playoffs. This honeymoon stage that they are on is all cute. It's all fine and dandy. It's all it's all good. Aaron Rodgers is happy. It's everything peachy keechy. But my thing about it is I don't understand last year. Okay, listen, you was mad at Green Bay. I get it. It was hard for you to trust the wide receivers. Sometimes they were young, they were making mistakes, they wasn't at the spots where you needed them to be, they were dropping passes. I get it. People
making under the bus.
When people make mistakes, it's hard for you to trust as a quarterback. Like, I get it. I just threw you a pass, it hit you in your hand, you dropped it. Am I supposed to trust on you on 3rd and 3 for you to get this done, right? So I get it to a certain extent that you didn't trust him, you didn't play within the offense, you had some frustration. But my thing is, if they were so trash, why you bringing some of this trash with you? Because Alan Lazard was with you last year, and you were supposed to be able to trust him. He was in Green Bay. What did he do in Green Bay when he was supposed to have all these targets that, since Devontae Adams was gone, and he was supposed to just step up and be that number one wide receiver? What happened? Why didn't he step up? So what is going to be different in New York? Because Alan Lazard is there again, right? You got rid of Elijah Moore, right?
Elijah Moore.
Got rid of Elijah Moore. You went and traded Denzel Mims. Who knows what y'all gonna do with Corey Davis because of his contract?
I
know you save money. So I know you save money. But what are you gonna do? Oh, you bought Randall Cobb in, right? When the last time Randall Cobb been good? You feel what I'm saying?
Back when Jordy Nelson was in the league.
I get it. You got Garrett Wilson now. Oh, Garrett Wilson. He reminds you of Devontae. And he's and the boy's great. Good.
He is. Facts.
He has the potential to be great, and he could remind you of everything of Devontae because he is good. But what happens when it's just Devontae and Aaron type of offense? Oh, it looks good in the regular season, but what happens in the playoffs? When you just depended on one wide receiver, what happens to this offense? What happens to Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs? He fails. And then you try to blame it on everybody else. AJ come on here. Well, they didn't get him a number 2 wide receiver. They didn't draft him a number 2 wide receiver. They didn't do all that. And yes, AJ, you gonna keep getting that until his ass retired. I'm sorry.
Because that ain't it.
Because you said it.
Because that was terrible.
I just don't get it. And AJ is an offensive line, savant. So if your offensive line is trash, and it's been stated, even Robert Salah has had issues with his offensive line. So if you can't protect Aaron Rodgers, he ain't as mobile as he used to be. Like, how are they really going to produce? Oh, because they're just a quarterback away. This defense was just so damn good, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. We've seen dominant defenses that didn't have offensive help all of a sudden get offensive help and do not play the same type of defense that they played when they didn't have offensive help. We've seen teams come all of a sudden get a quarterback that so be it was a one quarterback away, and all of a sudden didn't play the same exact way. Okay, it's all
That's a dumb statement, bro. I swear.
It's all good. It's all fine and dandy. I used to believe in that quarterback away shit until Katie told me. Everybody said about the Washington when Ryan Fitzpatrick got there. Everybody was like, "Oh, they was a quarterback away." Katie said, "Hey, listen, bro, we ain't just a quarterback away." and I said, you know what? If he can say that about his team, then I can use that logic to assess that to everybody else. Hey,
I've been using that logic.
But I'm just saying, I'm giving you credit, my brother. How much credit?
All teams, and that's what
you want. Capital One?
Nah, and that ain't for you. That's for other people who can't keep it real when you know what I mean, when we doing the sports talk,
no matter what.
And when a lot of times when we do sports talk, people bring their fandom into it. But I agree with a lot of what you said, man, about the Jets. Like, to me, if you were a quarterback away, y'all would have won a division last year and just fell short in the playoffs. That's a quarterback away to me. But even still, I still wouldn't say that if that's what my team did, bro. Because like you said, Hill, we've seen teams go to the NFC Championship and or the AFC Championship, and then next year they don't even make it back because of one. Bro, you lose a nose tackle, your whole defense might change. You see what I'm saying?
But that's one of the reasons why I said, like, when we first brought up, that's why I said like the Rams, because what have I always been saying about the Rams? Once they won, and people were saying, "Oh, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Fame?" And I'm like, no, they just needed Matthew Stafford to be Matthew Stafford, which was one play better than Jared Goff. And we literally saw it happen in that Super Bowl, where when they needed a play, Matthew Stafford was able to make a play like on that pass to Cooper Kupp over Eli Apple that Jared Goff wasn't able to make in the Patriots Super Bowl. And remember that was like a low. What was that, like 13 to like 9 or something like that? That Super Bowl. So they just needed someone to make it one. They needed it to be one play better. And they actually did everything that they could to keep that team as constructed to make sure it was one quarterback away and build on that, not just, oh, we'll get a quarterback and stay pat on everything else.
Which is why I always said if they would have just stayed pat with Goff, they might have won the Super Bowl with him. And
that was my point of
banning your quarterback for falling one play short. That's the dumbest logic I ever heard. And that's why I hated the fact that they did win, because it justified all of the fans' logic in that. When reality, bro, I promise you, if they would have stayed pat with Goff, they probably, because they legitimate, like you said, they did
Jaquiski Tartt. If he would have just caught that interception, it would have been over. It would have been over.
It's a game of inches, man.
Before we move on to the next team, I do want to say this. All hate aside, he does look happy, and I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. He does look happy, and the fact that
have you seen the crackheads in New York? They be happy as hell.
That crack different, definitely. It's less cut, it's more not stepped on. It's more purified than what he got from Green Bay. I know he was getting that dirt from Green Bay. It was definitely a transaction twice, but had to get there for Chicago and Chicago. I just said too much.
It definitely was from Chicago though.
You're not getting that in Milwaukee.
That Milwaukee.
But like I said, he does look happier. Like I said, he went to OTAs, mini camp. He actually, tried to build some chemistry. Like you say, he took less money. He's doing everything possible as a team player to actually, put the Jets team in position to succeed. Things that he could have done in Green Bay that he chose not to do, but that's neither here nor there. So I can understand people having optimism about the Jets and believing in the Jets to accomplish something. I'm just not one of the ones to believe it, but I do understand why people feel that way.
There you go.
You know it.
The Jets are a cursed franchise.
I mean, because one thing they ain't gonna do is keep it real about his daggone team. Man. So
I don't even know. I think at this point he don't expect nothing good, so he's just always just being a pessimist. So I don't know if it's just keeping it real or he just sick of it.
Yeah, he's just a complete pessimist when it comes in.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He knows, bro. If any team was ever in our lifetime a quarterback away, then damn it, it was the Rams. As much as I hate to say it, but I still don't believe in that, man. They got lucky, and because even a broken clock,
right, twice a day. So who the next thing is? It got to be the Patriots, right?
Yes.
All right. Who wants to start?
I'm not too down on the Patriots, man.
I
got them in this kind of same range of like a potential double-digit team, man. A double-digit win team.
They got your boy. They should be elite on the ground.
Yeah, and then they went 8-9 last year. I think now
they got Bill.
Right.
Like, come on,
they actually brought in Bill O'Brien to run the offense, and he's basically one of those products of that. And we've seen kind of like Josh McDaniels, he came back and started running the offense again, and it kind of stabilized, and it looked the same, although it's not the same with Mac Jones. But I think from Mac Jones' rookie year, and I think they won 10 games that year. I think bringing Bill O'Brien back in is going to stabilize this offense, and they won't look as terrible as when Matt Patricia was there. So I think that this is one of those teams that's going to be able to win, double-digit games because even in a down, like what we expected to be a down year for them, that defense was still like that secondary was like it played above what anybody was expecting. So I think with that defense, Mac Jones being able to kind of get back into at minimum, hopefully, what he was as his rookie year, it's a dangerous team.
My thing about it, and I agree with everything you said. The moves that they made were Patriot moves, but these were Patriot moves with Tom Brady at quarterback. Am I still here? Y'all got me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you. You just
yeah, we got you. You back? No, you're not.
But so just until he comes back, what I like, those definitely were Patriot moves, and I understand what he's been about to say about like
no,
the moves.
I'm good.
Okay,
I got me.
You back. Yeah, we got you now.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm saying the moves that they made, like they were Patriot moves. They were upgrade, breaking in the Juju. You know what I'm saying? Getting Mike Gesicki at tight end. These were Patriot moves, but these were Patriot moves if you had Tom Brady at quarterback. Now, if you still had Tom Brady, you would feel very high about this team. But now Mac Jones coming off a questionable year. I get it. You didn't have a coordinator, an offensive coordinator, a competent one. Like I said, and like Drew said, an actual OC does work wonders. Like you said, we get it. So I get it. They're going to be competitive. They're going to be of course they're going to be better than 8-9. Like I said, they getting Bill O'Brien is 2 wins right there. Off simple fact of competency.
On paper,
absolutely. So I get it. I think they're just going to be a nuisance. Like
they always going to be a nuisance now.
Like I think they're going to be just a nuisance of team. And like when I said about the Steelers, right? The Steelers made moves, right? I said the Steelers made moves. They made all the moves that you need necessary, and they're building towards something. But once again, the standard is the standard. At some point, isn't the standard in New England? Like, not just to have a competitive team, right? It's trying to get back to some AFC championships, right? Or try to get back to the Super Bowl. Like, y'all are the Patriots, right? Not just making competitive moves to just be a good team, right? Like, at this point on paper, they are just a good team. But,
I mean, but that's for years. That's all they was, and they won. But what's to your point about Brady? What does everyone say about Brady though? Like they say that his coach made him. So it's like, okay, so make another Hove. You know what I'm saying? Make Mac Jones. If what everybody says, then this should be the year for Mac Jones. And all of these Patriot moves should pan out. I got them number 2 in a division. That's giving away my top pick, but it is what it is. I'm like, AJ, I feel like they're gonna be I agree with both of y'all. I feel like they're gonna be a double-digit win team, but I feel like they're gonna be a nuisance as well. Because they know even the games that they lose, I feel like they're gonna be in it and have a chance because that's just the Patriot way. And so it's like if Mac Jones could turn the corner and the defense could play better and they, what I mean? They got Bill, like we said, back at the helm. So it's like, hey. Plus you have the Jets. You're in the division with the Jets. So it's like that should help.
And I think, like I said, one of the weaknesses that we picked out about the Jets is that offensive line. So we've seen Bill attack Peyton for years. We've seen him attack some of these great quarterbacks. So him going up against a Jets team and an aging Aaron Rodgers, who's not as mobile as he once was, with a leaky offensive line. Bill's gonna know how to muddy that picture for Aaron and make Aaron have to, make some different decisions. So I think that's going to be, tough for them, and that's two places, like 2 games within the division, and I also think that another one of the teams in their division they're going to give some trouble to. So we can go. Y'all want to ready to go to the second place team?
Yeah.
So the Miami Dolphins, and that's the team I was talking about. I think Bill is going to be able to give that team trouble too, especially with the addition of a bigger athlete like Christian Watson. Not saying he's going to be able to pick Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle and be like, I'm gonna shut y'all down. But we've seen Bill work wonders with secondaries, and he understands what those guys really do best. So I think
Yep.
him being able to put them against Tua with that offensive line, and then the pressure that he builds and how he really goes personnel specific when he games plan to actually try and neutralize what you do versus just having like an overall scheme and saying, hey, our scheme will stop you. He will personalize his game plan. And so I think he's going to be able, like, for sure going to be able to give these teams within the division hell.
Yeah. Man, you know how I feel about the Dolphins, man.
Yeah.
And my thing about the Dolphins is Tua is their quarterback, and he is injury prone. And I don't know if their offense works the same when he's not in there. Then on top of that, the division is tough. Everything that you just said about Belichick, everything that you just said about the Patriots, everything we have about the team that we haven't talked about yet. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and on top of that, Miami's they're a young team, right? But it's just like they got speed, they got wide receivers, but all that's dependent on their star quarterback being healthy. And it's just like, bro, I'm at this point, Tua's health concerns to me are more of, can he protect himself? So it's like, we know it's a dangerous sport, but when you look at a Kirk Cousins, right? The one thing that I don't know if Kirk Cousins has missed a game, bro. He never missed a start once he started for Washington. I don't know if he's missed a start for the Vikings. And Kirk Cousins is not a big guy. And he don't really fall down like a Peyton Manning. He stands tall, but he's protecting himself. If someone gets a hold of him, he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get out of tackles and break tackles. And Tua's that type of guy. Tua's a fight for every yard type of guy. And in the NFL, that mentality is bone breaking, bro. So it's like, if we're talking, if the theme right now is teams being a quarterback away, you know what I mean? I think the Miami Dolphins are a quarterback away because the quarterback that they have on their roster, I don't know if he can be present. So it's like, not sold on them at all. And in fact, I would have had the Dolphins last, except I'm sold on the talent around Tua more than I'm sold on the talent around Aaron Rodgers because of everything that Hill said. One, you should have kept Elijah Moore. I like that dude. So it's like him,
he was
and Rodgers. I think that would have been better than a Lazard, for sure. So I don't know what the issue was there, but it's like, if it wasn't for that, I would have had Miami dead last, for real. And I think it's a huge gap between 1 and 2. Not one. I think 1 and 2 are like here, and then the other two are both like, it's a gap, and then they both like, it's like one right above the other for last place.
Yeah, I'm good. I remember when AJ, said the what ifs are very important in sports, period. So I'm not going to, dwell on that hard because we understand if Tua is healthy, then they are
just pause.
Like say, and everything that about Miami, whatever Miami is going to do, whatever they're going to be, is predicated on his health.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the other injuries now. That's affecting them. Like Armstead getting injured. Like, how long will he be out? We already understand that Jalen Ramsey is probably gonna be out till December. But what? Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
But here's my thing. When isn't Teron Armstead injured?
Yeah, I mean he's been injured a lot. I mean,
to me, this should have been something that they were prepared for, though.
But they did.
Exactly.
But they did.
So ain't no sympathy.
They feel like they're a quarterback away. It's a mentality, bro, and it's a bad one.
Getting Jalen Ramsey, his injury is definitely affected because I believe that their defense was definitely going to take a step up especially with getting Fangio as the defensive
The way he been
coordinator.
getting cooked, bro.
Getting Fangio as the defensive
Yeah,
coordinator,
that might have helped.
yes.
But that boy been
You know what
getting
I'm saying?
cooked. He still got to play.
But in his defense, his getting cooked.
Nah, you know I'm joking.
I know was viewed differently because when you one of them ones at the elite level and
They
you start to
coming at
get,
you, bro.
you know, you start to get cooked, you still better than a lot of the people. Like you said, ain't like you just came down to good. You know, you went from elite to, you know, great to good, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So ain't like you trash. You just, you know, came down a few levels. But with the, you know, a Fangio-led defense, I felt that they were going to be
better,
a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the pressure wouldn't have been on to it, and, you know, take those hits that you were saying. He might have had the confidence of, you know what,
I don't think he can
get this
protect
thing away.
himself, though.
Hey, I mean, that's a
no
mindset
matter what
thing.
the defense is doing.
That's a mindset thing. So, like I said, some things you got to learn. Like I said, of all the hits that you took last year, and you're not learning how to protect yourself at some point, hey, that's on you, my brother.
That's why I said they gotta just look at Kirk Cousins, bro. He's available. He's not no diesel guy. He's no bruiser. He just been available, bro. He don't get hurt. Just get rid of that rock.
But that was one of the parts that was, you know, that those teams did to kind of like mess with Tua as well. They kind of made him hold the ball a little bit longer, and that's one of the reasons why he tried to get ball to James Harden fat suit this offseason. So maybe those defensive tackles can't, you know, toss him around like they did last season.
We'll see.
I don't know why Miami didn't prioritize getting a serviceable backup quarterback, and which I would say get Jacoby.
Which when you know that you're gonna need one. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, based off the year that Mike White had, he's not a serviceable backup.
And you got to think also they've seen Mike White too.
The numbers are decent, but I just feel like the team gonna win with him.
I mean, the Jets was winning when he was there, you know.
Well, here's my thing. Is Mike White better than Skylar Thompson?
When it was like magic in a bottle and then it stopped. Remember?
To answer your question, AJ, yes.
So if Mike White is better than Skylar Thompson, they feel like they are in a better place at backup quarterback. And let's not forget, Skylar Thompson almost beat Josh Allen and the Bills in the playoffs.
Ooh, okay.
Almost don't count.
But that's what we talk about the quarterback. They feel like they took a step up. You know, and so to me, this is an upgrade. And yeah, you know, they say, you know,
but if that's the case,
Drew said get Jacoby. But sometimes maybe Jacoby said, hey, this ain't the place I wanted to be. You know, sometimes you got to think about, you know, what it is. And also Mike McDaniel, he from that, you know, that Shanahan, that coaching tree. So he's like, hey, I've seen Mike White. He does the same shit all my quarterbacks have ever done. Get the ball out quick. So, and they look like him too.
Where is Jacoby? Ain't Jacoby in Washington?
Yeah. He behind Samuel.
So to answer Drew directly, if you're Jacoby, and my backup choices are Washington and Miami,
that's good choices.
I kind of get what he's saying because, you know, with Tua's injury history, you're gonna
be looking at more time for sure.
But that was my point. You gotta also weigh in. Were those his options? He could say, "Oh shoot, I would go to Miami if they call."
Yeah,
but if they can't call, then
that was Drew's point. That's what Drew was saying. You know what I'm saying?
But my point was like Mike
sold on Mike White, and the Jets clearly aren't sold on Mike White because the Jets felt like they're a quarterback away.
No, the Jets sold on
Aaron Rodgers. That's why they just didn't have, you know.
But this is what I was.
And you don't need a backup. You don't need a backup for Rodgers.
They invested it. He's mentoring Zach Wilson. That's their backup.
He wants to mentor now.
But
now he wants
real
to
quick,
mentor the youth.
That was my point, Ken, when I was saying Mike White looked like all the quarterbacks that come from the Shanahan tree.
You know, he does.
And so that's probably why he's like, okay, let me get him as a backup because I know he's going to be able to do what
I'm just agreeing
we ask in the system.
With your point that might not have been Jacoby might not have had that option. And that's also what Drew was saying. Like, why did I know they believe that, but Drew don't believe in Mike White.
At the end of the day, we all came to the same conclusion. Like, we all on the same page.
Yeah.
You know, because he did say it's an upgrade for sure. Miami's trading to win now. They are biased. That's what I'm saying. But once again, like I would state, I mean, still at the end of the day, it's based off Tua's health. Like,
yeah, at the end of the day, because not many teams outside of not many teams feel like if their starting quarterback goes down, they not in a shitty ass place. So at the end of the day, like
you might win some games, but like can you
sometimes if you feel like you have those expectations, you really got to weigh out. Hey, if he go down, do we even want to be good?
You got
to weigh that sometimes.
They was a taking team anyway. You know they know the tank.
Facts.
That's all the motherfucker do.
You know that's their style.
We ready to get to the Buffalo Bills?
I apologize, but I don't know what the hell happened with the hotel Wi-Fi today. Like, so this is tough.
So, but yeah, so as Hill, there goes Hill.
I've been talking this about this shit terrible.
We've heard some of you.
Yeah, we heard you.
It's
definitely terrible.
I'm out here chopped and screwed in the hotel, right?
Off that Texas tea,
bro. That's what I've been listening to today. Though I've been listening to all Pimp C, bro.
As soon as we jumped on, sipping on some Scissor Pimp C verse was on. I was like, oh, see, niggas got about to get me in, put the game face on.
So we ready to move on to the Bills?
Yeah, that's where I've been trying to introduce the Buffalo Bills for like 3 minutes while your internet was messed up.
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna start first with the Bills. I believe the Bills have been utterly disrespected this offseason. Like from what I've been seeing, they, a lot of the moves that they've been wanting them to make, a lot of moves they did make, a lot of the things that happened with the Bills. I understand that they lost, but they were contenders last year. They were, a lot. I think they might have been my Super Bowl pick, to be quite honest. But there was a lot of people Super Bowl pick. Josh Allen was a lot of, MVP favorites and all that. They fell short. They got their ass whooped to the Bengals in the playoffs. It's just that simple. But just because they lost in the playoffs, I get it. They lost in the playoffs. Doesn't mean that they're not a good team. Doesn't mean that they didn't have a good all season. Doesn't mean that they're not a contending team yet again. Like, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, so but like I'll say, to me, yes, they're a contending team. But I think this go back to what Cannon always say. You crowned them too early. Everybody was just trying to because everyone felt that, they took Patrick Mahomes, 13 seconds. If they would have just been able to touch the ball and this and that, that was the real AFC championship game and this and that. No, y'all didn't do it. You shouldn't have let them get to, bro. It wasn't like, 13 seconds and like they was letting dudes run wide the hell open. Y'all let them do that. Like y'all did it. So y'all didn't do what you were supposed to do in the allotted time. So it wasn't just it's been the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Because it was, if we could have touched the ball, and had a chance in overtime, we would have won that game. But nobody cares to realize, the Chiefs got the ball first in overtime in the AFC Championship game against the Bengals. Guess who still won that? Without winning the coin toss. And then Bills players themselves should be embarrassed because they came out and said, if it wasn't snowing, we would have beat the Bengals in the playoffs.
Y'all should be
you're home. You're the home team. You were the favorite. Everyone looked at us like, that defensive line gonna kill that offensive line. Josh Allen, that defense is not gonna be able to handle Josh Allen.
That's the 360 throw game.
Nah, not that one.
I was about to say because I knew they was gonna lose. You feel me?
Oh no, that was the pregame. Yeah.
That was it, right?
He did it on their logo. Yep, you're right. My fault. I thought you was talking about in the game.
It's over because it was already snowing, and he was too cool in that, man.
But here's my thing: the Bills players were complaining. That's their home field. That was Jamar Chase and T. Higgins' first time ever playing in the snow.
Hey,
but once again, it comes down to those if.
all kids always wanted to play football in the snow, man. So it's like a dream come true. And guess what? We ran it the fuck up on y'all, man.
Everything that you said, AJ,
Snow
was true.
ties on.
Everything you said, AJ, was true. I get it, and like I said, I'm definitely not making any excuses for the Bills because, like I said, they came up short, they lost, and like Miss King said, they got a black cloud over them. You know what I'm saying? Some things always happen. Like I say, I mean,
I was talking about your internet, but
I mean, I thought she was too, but I mean, it must be a cloud out this month or something, because God damn. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, they have an elite quarterback. They have a defense. They have the personnel on everywhere that they need to have the personnel at. They tried to make some upgrades on the offensive line. They brought some running backs in. Everybody said they needed a running back. Some running backs. They've made the upgrades, the necessary upgrades that they needed to make. That all the pundits have said that they need to make. So once again, they are a contending team again, and I believe they still are head and shoulders above everybody in this division.
Yeah. I do. I agree with what AJ said. I do feel like they crowned them early, but that's as far as being the kings of the league. I like Hill said, I feel like they're head and shoulders over everybody else. I feel like the Patriots are the closest to them, but I feel like it's a clear favorite for Buffalo. So it's like, as much as you said, Hill, that people have been disrespecting them this offseason, rightfully so, they have, because you know how the media is. They do it for clicks. Aaron Rodgers been in New York. They've been eating it up. And you know what? I think the Bills can take that personal, like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I think they got something to prove. And I think a lot of those players do have, like Stephon Diggs. I feel like he got something to prove this year. You feel what I'm saying? They do have an elite quarterback, Hill. They do got a more than serviceable defense. You know, and I feel like now you add a chip to the shoulder, like I expect them to be a contender as well. So we'll see where the chips fall in it at the end of the season.
Before we move on from this division, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Still here.
Yeah. Say it. Go quick.
Yeah,
no, we can hear you. Go quick. Why you still got service?
Okay. I'll say. We know, like when we started off the division series, we was asking questions about each team. So I want to go rapid fire each team. Let's ask a question. We don't have to answer it, but the question that we have for each team. I'm gonna go. Let's go with the. Let's go back in order. Jets. What question do we have for the Jets?
Offensive line.
That's
offensive line. Health and depth.
Yeah, I'm health. Aaron Rodgers, to be specific.
All right, I'm with you on that offensive line. Definitely, if they gonna be trash. I mean, you saved all this money from Aaron Rodgers. Like, can you go get some players? I thought that was.
I wouldn't give a damn if they was good. When I seen him be protected in Green Bay, he ran out and just calf string. Was nobody hit him, bro. So it's like, bro, he's old.
All right. So next team, Patriots. Can Mac Jones take that next step?
Yep. Yeah. Because I was just gonna say,
especially
offensive potency.
If Bill made Tom, you know what I'm saying? Make another hole.
Tua, we all know. I mean, not Tua, but Dolphins. Can Tua stay healthy? We can just
I'll throw one. Can Mike White catch the magic in a bottle? Because I feel like he's gonna play. He's gonna play this shit.
Okay, you are here calling it Magic Mike. Okay, pause.
Yikes! I'll throw another one out there just to kind of be different. Is can Jalen Ramsey come back healthy and make an impact
in December?
No, hell no.
If they a playoff team, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can
but if he comes back, I feel like he's gonna be trying to get his damn legs under him.
That's what I said. Can he?
I feel like he might come back. I don't know if I expect him to just come back in rare form, swooping and big hits. So
question for the Bills. Are y'all so dependent on Brian Daboll?
My question for the Bills is: are you going to take that next step? They crowned you early. They crowned your asses, and you let them off the hook. So what are y'all going to do? You let everybody that crowned your ass off the hook. What are you going to do? Are you gonna grab your nuts and make a statement, or y'all gonna be at home when it snows saying if it didn't snow we would have won?
I kind of figured
Change the mentality.
that you was gonna go, but I knew that's where you were gonna go, and I like that question because that's it's the main question. Like, what y'all gonna do at this point? Like, what more do y'all need?
Because we know that y'all can win a division, but that's not your goal, like you said. Like at some point,
what more do you need at this point?
Yeah, come on now.
So if the Jets don't do well, then what? Was it worth it? Hell no, it was worth it. I mean, but you got to try it.
Yeah. So this is my thing. If I'm a Jets fan, go for it. Like I would love to see my team go for it and lose than to do nothing and lose.
Yeah, I'm about to say I would definitely do the same. I'm definitely going to just show me that you care.
Yeah. So
that was always my point about the I made that same point when we talked about KD coming to the Suns. I was like, I mean, when it's on the table, sometimes you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
And of course, bro, like if KD would have came to my team, bro, I would have took it with open arms. But it was just funny because you was frying KD before Suns, bro.
Give it to me, baby.
That notification at what that notification at 1 o'clock in the morning, I was just like,
I was disgusted, bro. I was disgusted. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, yo, this dude, bro, like, you really just want to go to the best team multiple times, bro. Like, come on, man.
Calm down, Cannon. I know before you go full Cannon on KD. Well, that was the AFC East. We are now transitioning to the AFC West. Hopefully our guy Drew still here. You know,
just in time, Drew. Come on, pop up.
Game winning drive is in the building. Oh yeah, man.
So last place.
This definitely not gonna be long. It's
right. I mean, listen, I don't believe in anything they doing, bro, over there.
Like, wait. What are you guys doing?
They wasn't last?
No.
The
Broncos. Like, come on, guys. Like, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Damn, Rush, you was last, bro. And you let Gino, you let Gino steal your spot, bro. Like he got your spot and he running with it, bro. And you in Broncos country.
That's right.
I ain't right back though.
But you know what? I don't think you'll be last this year. Let me say that. So
we know that.
I do. Yeah.
We know that.
They will not be last.
We know that. On bare minimum.
They can do exactly what they did last year. They ain't gonna be last.
We ain't got to worry about
it. That is not a question. Russ, you could be ass cheeks again, dog.
We know the questions when it comes to the Broncos. Like I say, you're getting Sean Payton. We know he's one of the best coaches in the league. He's at bare minimum, he's a competent coach. You know what I'm saying? So that's an upgrade from Nathaniel Hackett.
Who?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right then and there. The simple fact is that can you get Russ back to being Russ, bro? I'm not saying Russ got to be, elite Russ, but can he at least be a competent quarterback getting competent play? I mean, you've gotten competent play out of Jameis.
It's mile high, bro. Russ not used to that.
You've been there long enough, bro. You've been there long enough now.
Yo.
I think for me, it's almost impossible for them to look as bad as they did last year.
Absolutely.
Like they had the whole, like they pulled the Giannis on that team and had them counting down the play clock so they would stop getting delay of game penalties.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for Russell Wilson last year because he got cooked. He got cooked, and a lot of, to me, like as I'm watching, I'm just like, hey, I don't think this is his fault, man. Like,
hey, bro.
Some like he was bad, but some of that it's just like, hey, I'm kind of with you, Sean Payton. We ain't doing none of that shit. Like,
delete
scrap,
all.
But that's my thing.
Delete
If they
all
was
that.
winning, he would have got all the damn credit. So it's like, bro, I don't feel bad at all.
I don't know about that because Nathaniel Hackett was Aaron Rodgers' man, so they probably be like, "Oh, Nathaniel Hackett, he learned so much from Aaron Rodgers. He is a genius."
You went and sat down with Nathaniel Hackett, and you were sold on everything that he was talking about, bro. So it's like, that's on you. You bought a bad bill of sales. You know what I mean? You got
no, because he knew. He said, "Oh, they only a quarterback away. They can't get Aaron Rodgers now. So I get my wish. I get out of Denver. I mean, Seattle."
But why? Why did you want? Because clearly Seattle got something to work with, bro.
I can't wait till we get to next week. But it's like, bro, Russ, you can't be, like you said, you can't be as bad as last year, bro. It's just like, and I said it last year. I said he hasn't been a top 10 quarterback in a while. He's just been held to a higher, standard of reputation because he's won before. But I'm like, bro, I didn't predict that he was this. I didn't predict that he was this bad, bro. Like, you can't. Sean Payton alone.
Yeah,
Sean Payton alone.
Because I drafted him, and I was thinking of that. I was like, he got the ball this week. You know what I'm saying?
Point,
like,
right? He got to do something.
And it just kept being worse and worse and worse. So it's like, man. And so it's like, bro, it can't just be that wasn't all Nathaniel Hackett, bro. Like, players got to make plays.
I mean, it was a combination, 50-50 for them. He couldn't. Nathaniel didn't know nothing to do with the clock. He couldn't manage the clock. He couldn't. I don't know what he was doing. Russ couldn't throw.
Gasping for air, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like,
yeah.
So how do we feel? Obviously, we know that they're going to be not last place this year, but how do we feel that they're going to do this year?
Yeah, I feel like just short of 500, maybe just over 500.
Whoa, AJ, you said what? Say what now?
Double digit win.
They'll finish second place in this division.
Wow.
That's all we know who his nemesis is. Then we know.
Yeah, absolutely right. Right. So can we bet on this? Can we put a bet on this? Oh wait, a shot. That's how we do it.
Yeah, we can do a shot.
Well, I better say I'm on in too. Then sure, I'm with Hill.
Shake my hand.
So I got double fisted.
Yeah. Pause. if I don't know if we had to pause that, but I was just making sure.
Yeah, no, we need to.
Could Judy and Cortland just
that's what was bothering me about Russ, bro. I seen a couple that he just missed. I seen people open. He missed throws and he had time. And granted, it's a new team, but I was watching the games closely because, like I said, I drafted him. So it's like, bro, it was bad, bro. And I don't know if you had a training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you was thrust in there mid-season. Like, you chose them, you interviewed around.
We
got the playbook early.
Stall us out, debate. We said pause debate. Come on, man. Towards the end of the season, him and Judy was definitely building some chemistry.
They was.
Judy has been inconsistent with his injuries as well, and his inconsistent play on the. So they was building some chemistry. Sutton just didn't really seem like they couldn't really figure each other out. Now, like I said, it's another off season. Sean Payton has traditionally been well with those type of receivers like a Sutton. He reminds you, he's cut from the same cloth of a Colston, Michael Thomas type of wide receivers.
People who ain't gonna be available, huh?
Come on now. I mean, we try to stay positive.
My fault.
But he's cut from that cloth. He know how to utilize those type of wide receivers. So I feel that, like I said, we keep saying the same thing. Bare minimum, they have to be better than what they did last year. But AJ has them number 2, so we can go on to the number 8. Who's third in the AFC West? The Raiders. Going to get Jimmy G. We already know what time y'all on. We know what time y'all on.
Yeah, bro. Like, The fact that you went and got Jimmy
Yep.
G and got
Y'all
rid
on
of
Drake
Carr.
big time.
Yeah. So first of all, y'all know how I feel about Carr, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for people who don't know, it's like I'm not high on Carr at all. But
That's nice. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
at
Nicest
no
thing you
point
ever said about that.
would I ever want to walk away from Carr for the likes of a Jimmy G, bro. So I don't know what they saying. Maybe Jimmy G gonna come in here and light it up with Devontae, but
he almost got Devontae killed.
but the Raiders just not, bro. I just the way Mark Davis run the org, bro. I feel like Al Davis did a better job when he was senile, bro. Like, yes,
If you
brought him
if
to
you could
Vegas,
see
got
somebody
that done. Al Davis was still picking winners when he was old and senile, as much as people hated on him still, but he knew what he wanted. He knew what the Raiders stood for, and it's just like Mark Davis he don't scream that to me, man.
what
And I
does
hate to
someone
bring
with
the
that
owners
haircut
involved, but
scream
he's the
with
type
you?
of owner that's really hands on, and it affects the team, bro. My fault.
But nah, you good. Like, because to me, and the reason why at least Al Davis his product was at least interesting, because you knew his team was at least gonna have the best athlete ever. He was going. They either gonna be the fastest, the biggest, or the strongest.
Yeah.
It's like at least it's gonna be. They may be shitty, but it's gonna be interesting, and you might see something you never see. So to me now, Mark Davis, he's just like, all right, we'll get Alex Leatherwood.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
Like, or you do like they'll do some stuff like that, like where it's just like that probably shouldn't have been what you did. It's a complete level. It's complete mismanagement.
He was going to get Leatherwood. It was beyond me.
Yeah.
And so
our best predictions ever.
It's just a clown show right now. He's just playing. He's not taking it serious.
Just bold cut out of the boxing matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't worried about football, man. Because when y'all broke it down to me a couple years ago, man, it's really he's a businessman. That's Mark Davis, and losing is profitable.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you set your model up correctly and you have a diehard fan base like the Raiders have, losing is profitable, man. Why you think Miami like tanking? You know what I'm saying? Miami been tanking ever since Mercury Morris, man.
I have nothing positive. I have nothing positive to say about the Raiders other than that they'll be the second overall pick. They'll be the second overall pick, and they'll get Drake May. You know, that's it. Like that's really it.
That's who they drafted.
I mean, they might draft Drake. Like, I mean, Drizzy, Aubrey. You know what I'm saying? They were like, yeah, we drafted Drake.
Aubrey Graham out of Kentucky.
Drake. Yeah, we can move on. I'm sorry, Raiders fan, if we didn't, hold y'all down enough. But I mean, y'all the Raiders fan.
You're finishing last. Just get used to it. You'll be last in this division.
Yeah, that's what a hands-on owner can do to you who don't know football, bro. And that's Mark Davis.
He was profitable.
Oh yeah, Daniel Snyder was definitely profitable. The county, Georgia County, loved that man, business-wise.
Me too.
So this team came up on some business.
Oh yeah, for the losses.
Nah, just so he my guy, man.
Oh man.
So, the Los Angeles Chargers, the team that objectively speaking is I'm going to continue to use this because it was so eloquently said. AJ said the what ifs. The team has some what ifs that they can lean on. You know what I'm saying? They've been dealing with injuries at key positions when it comes time to get things done. If they can get things in order, if they can just stay healthy, if they can just get into that, if they can just get their curl to just curl all the way, Danny, you know what I'm saying? they can be a formidable team. Like, if you look at this roster on paper, you can say, okay, where are the weaknesses?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I got him, number two. But the scariest thing in the world in sports is when someone says on paper. Cause
Yep.
boy,
I
paper
feel you on
be
that one.
flying, bro. Paper be straight up flying. So it's like, but nah, like one, I've been harsh. I've been a critic of Justin Herbert, but I do feel like after Mahomes, he's the best quarterback in this division. At this point, I got him over Russ, bro, because Russ, you ain't showing me nothing. So it's like, and not only that, Russ, you didn't show me nothing your last year or two in, you know what I mean, in Seattle. So it ain't like this is a new trend for Russ. So it's like I don't have the Broncos being a better team like AJ did. One, because I just feel like like you said, on paper, I feel like the Chargers have the better roster. I know they have, from my eye test, which is better than paper, that they have the better quarterback. And I don't even like Herbert, but I just don't like him. Like, it ain't gonna have nothing to do with his skills. He's just a player that I just don't like. He's a good quarterback. Um, they got a solid run game. Like hell, man, if I mean a break to a here for them in their way, I mean, you never know. I mean,
Exactly. A
you
break or
never
two,
know
like you
in the
said.
division could, mess around and surprise people. So I like the Chargers. That's why I took that bet. I think you're gonna be drinking live on the show, AJ.
That's what they
And
want to do.
we good sports. We probably take the shot with you. You
Yes,
feel me?
and before you go, AJ, getting Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator, other than Lombardi, I think fits what this team actually wants to do. I think the learning process that Kellen Moore had in Dallas, he can take and drop into the Chargers and say, "Hey, you know what? This is what we did in Dallas. This is what we can do in LA." You know what I'm saying? It worked in Dallas. You have the talent, Justin Herbert, to
Yeah.
execute every play that I want to
Everything.
call in this
Yeah.
playbook. We have the weapons to afford it to you to
Yeah.
do anything that we want to do in this playbook. We can hang with anybody when it comes to personnel wise. So when it comes to that, other than Brandon Staley, like you say, the coach acts like he's playing Madden, going for it all the time. Like I said,
I feel him.
I don't
A
know
lot
what
of
type
these
of
new coaches, be like that though. It's a
yeah,
new
I don't
era
know.
over here
What type of analytics that he got.
that he be going for, bro.
Yeah, man.
I feel him, bro. I
His
never understood
analytics.
why people punt it so much for years on fourth down, bro. Like, if you get 4 downs, let's use it, bro.
Yeah, but his analytics don't really be analytic.
Down analytic.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He need to get a whole new department.
But
But when it comes
what
to
we talk about though, what I said, what saying when I forgot who asked the question about the Jets, like, was it worth it? So it's like, bro, as a fan, you be in your crib saying go for it, right?
Yeah.
And when they don't, you be like, you be sick, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, go for it. You got to live with it. So it's like, ride with your coach, man. And I know that ain't our guys' coach, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
go ahead, AJ. The floor is yours. They got them finishing third. Are they gonna make the playoffs?
You might got them last.
So no, I definitely don't have last. It's impossible. It's impossible. The Raiders will finish last. The reason why, like, it's one of those things, just kind of like when, like, some other teams, when I say that, it's not like I'm saying, oh, this team is going to win 6 games. I think this is going to be kind of like in that 9 kind of maybe 10 category. But I think the addition of the Sean Payton to the Broncos team and being able to run a offense that actually might make sense, I think it's going to make the Broncos a lot more competent than what they were, because prior to Nathaniel Hackett coming in, that team did look like, they had some sort of potential, and that talent is just not completely out the door. It's a reason that people thought that team was a quarterback away, because of all of the other pieces there. So to me, coming in and actually seeing like Nathaniel Hackett, like calls, remember early on, like, it was his first season. We were asking, is he gonna make it through the season? So say about Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is he gonna make it through the season?
Yeah,
and so
get fired.
So you have to take that into account. Like, damn, not only did they take a step back, we were asking, is this first year head coach going to even make it through the season bad? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And even in some of their other games outside of that, they were still close games for them to, be a 5-win team. So I think they have the opportunity to really challenge and push for that second spot. So I think that they will win double-digit games. And so I think that's going to be tough. So it's just how that ball bounced. Is it going to be the Broncos to win double-digit games, or is it going to be the Chargers to win double-digit games? And just lately, from everything that I've seen, we've said it last year, the Chargers have to show me before I'm really going to, put some faith in them.
I agree with that. But I
and
apply
with,
that
and
same
with
logic
the
Broncos.
right with the AFC, as tough as it is, them winning 9-10 games doesn't even guarantee them a playoff spot, to be quite honest. So I think it's going to be really tough, and I think this is going to be the season that truly has either Brandon Staley coaching for his job or out of his job.
Yeah, it will. That's true. If it happens. Y'all ready for the last team?
They're amazing. Okay, I've said enough.
Honestly, man, I think to come away the division champ here is going to be tougher for the Chiefs than people think, man. It's like you're not sold on Staley, and Staley, his play calling and his analytics is wild, right? But I truly feel it might hit this year. It's like how I felt about the Rams and Jared Goff. Like if they would have ran it back, I felt like he would have just made the play that time. You feel what I'm saying? It's only one play away. Like that doesn't mean you suck. But they was acting like he sucked because he got him all the way to the Super Bowl and was a play away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I truly think that when you look at the Chiefs roster, I'm not 100% sold on them at running back. They got questions at wide receiver. I mean, Kelsey is Kelsey, but it's like he's getting older and people know that Kelsey is Kelsey. So it's like if your wide receivers are weak and you're, Sky Moore, like y'all sold on him? You sold on Sky Moore?
I think he's going to be able to have a really impactful season. I ain't saying he's going to look like Tyreek Hill, but I think he's definitely going to make an impact.
I think
especially with Andy Reid.
I think having that year of Juju, I think he had a year to develop. He wasn't, it wasn't really, put on his plate to, be the number one wide receiver. But like you think he had a year to develop, and now year 2, I believe he's definitely gonna take off.
Yeah, he sold on MSV.
For him to do what he gonna do, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he gonna do what he gonna do now.
Yeah,
but it's just like
he gonna be MVS.
I feel like the Chargers, if healthy, can compete. You know what I mean? I feel like the Chargers got a better run game. I feel like their defense is strong. It's only about if they coach don't do dumb stuff for real. So it's like,
but when don't he do dumb stuff?
But Andy Reid is clearly the better coach, so that is the advantage there. But I just feel like this is going to be closer than what people think, man. And we'll see how it plays out. I just think it's going to be close, but I do feel like the Chiefs are the favorite.
The Chiefs are one of my 3 teams to be fighting for that 1 seed.
If the Chargers win the division, bro, watch.
As long as Chris Jones there, as long as Patrick Mahomes there, and as long as Andy Reid there, I'm picking them number 1 in this division.
Now I'm glad you mentioned Chris Jones. Is he gonna be there?
That's what I'm saying. That's not even
he gonna be there. We know what the CBA entails and all of that. He gonna be there. He ain't. They not trading him. They not. You think they gonna trade Chris Jones?
They traded Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, because they felt like, all right, like we got Travis Kelce, so we have at least another number 1, or at least at that time, Tyreek Hill may be top 5, top 8 at the position. We still got one of the greatest tight ends of all time, and guess what? We rebuilt this offensive line, so we can do that, and we can fit other pieces here. it's hard to find a Chris Jones, and they
The only reason I said it because they was trying to pay Tyreek Hill. They fell out in contract negotiation. So in the contract negotiation, they say, you know what, we'll just trade you to wherever you need. You go talk to your agent and facilitate a trade. So we can acquiesce to your demands because we had contract negotiations. We're not trying to pay you over the certain amount, the number that we tried to pay you. The same thing is happening with Chris Jones. He wants to get paid, and they might have a number for him that they want to pay him, and he may looking at it like, hey, listen, I want a different number. So when it comes to when it comes to head, yeah, I get it. Chris Jones, you know, he was definitely the best defensive tackle last year. He up there, you know, you got Aaron Donald, then you got Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to top, I know I ain't tripping.
No, I'm just saying. I was like, that's what everybody else. Let everybody else know. It wasn't like,
it wasn't like, you're right, yeah. But at the same time, when they traded Tyreek Hill, he was definitely a top 5.
Yeah, but that was all I'm saying is like, yeah, you had Tyreek Hill and he was a top 5, but we still had Travis Kelce who was a top 2. So that's all I'm saying. When it comes to Chris Jones, yeah. Like we talk about, hey, it's Aaron Donald, then it's Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones and who else on their defense?
Bro, if your tight end is one of your top guys, I feel like you just still need you need wideouts to make him that.
What we've been saying about what have we been saying about Lamar? What I'm saying,
kept that duo together. I feel like Kelce and Tyreek, bro, like they should have kept that, bro.
I mean,
but the thing about it is they also did.
That's what I'm saying. So they won by moving on with somebody.
They've been validated in what they did. To be quite
exactly
honest.
So when it come to Chris Jones, and like, oh, you not here,
yeah. So they might move on.
So they could. It's a possibility they could move on.
We'll see.
Do I? If I had a prediction, I feel that they would get it done. They would get something done because I do feel that Chris Jones is one of them ones. You know that they would actually. You know what? Come on, Chris. We got to figure this out. Let's go for another run. So I do feel that they're going to get it done. Because they're going to need him on their defense. I get it. I hear everything that you're saying, AJ. But they have the track record of saying, "Hey, look, hey, bro, we can get rid of you, bro."
Gone. And they can use that as leverage. That's leverage.
Depends on what he wants. He got his rings. So.
Ask Tyreek how that played.
He want his money.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He got his ring. So
he wants his money.
You could try and use that as leverage, but for him, it's like, okay, cool. I'll go get what I want. I still got these.
That's what I'm saying. He want his money. At this point, he won't, and he not budging off his number. And I respect it. At that point, you got your ring. Like you said, I'm already solidified. I'm Chris Jones.
So if he ain't budging, then I don't think nothing gonna be worked out. Then he ain't gonna be there. If that's the case.
And if they don't have Chris Jones,
which is why I said, I don't be surprised if the Chargers win this division.
You still hear him, but I 100% get you. I'm just not ready to write them off. That this isn't like at least a 2-game gap between team 1 and team 2. Oh wait, we both got some bold predictions.
Won the division if Chris Jones was there.
Facts. That's a fact. Because you ain't been in camp, Chris. You coming in out of shape. You gonna pull that hammy. You know what it is, man.
But nah, so I 100% get you. But to me, like I said, it's just the trifecta offensively of
that's when you said that, it was like, damn, that's a fact. That's always a fact, which is why I can't just come out and say, you know what I mean, pick the Chargers. And I don't like Herbert. I don't even know why. I'm just being objective right now about the Chargers. Or like, you know what I'm saying, but I don't like the Chargers at all. But I do feel like they're going to be good.
Am I here? Am I clear?
Yeah,
yes, we got you. Hurry up.
I know you asked about Sky Moore, but are you buying any of the Justin Ross hype?
Didn't he already pull his hamstring?
I don't like super duper fast people, man. I feel like football is not a sport for that. Like, that's track, bro. Football is about control, speed, bro. And You ever seen the running backs don't be the fastest people on the team? And they run 5.55s, 5.6, and they break away and don't get caught. King Henry don't get caught in an open field, and he's not nowhere near the fastest person on this team. So I feel like that being super fast in football leads to injuries because one, you're gonna pull something because the football field is not like a track. It's not built for just you to just be, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's a divot here or something there that's bad when you're at top flight. And then if you get hit by somebody when you're running that top flight, that's always bad. I always remember Tim Dwight, bro, for the Falcons, bro. Like he was like an elite returner, bro. And then just one time, bro, he returned and that was the end of him, bro, because he was at top flight, ran into somebody, bro, and we ain't never seen him again, bro.
But I get the fact him coming off of injury is like spooky, But they've been highlighting them in all the highlights we've been seeing,
Of course,
on of course, Pro Football Focus or whatever you've been seeing. Like the highlights has been highlighting. But I mean, he would have been a top draft pick if he didn't have that injury when it comes to the draft. So it's like getting an additional, top 50 pick, for nothing. In an Andy Reid offense, so it's like, are we buying the hype of Justin Ross, AJ? Are we buying it?
So one of the things that I've always, I've told you before. It's like, yes, it's Andy Reid, but one of the things that I've always said is, hey, they injured in college. They have a lot of injuries in college. That stuff like that, that's really a part of that track record. Where it's like, okay, it's going to be something that you're going to have to, continue to recur. And he returned to practice after he had his leg injury. But like, you coming back off of injury, you've had all of these injuries in your history and you haven't played in, who knows how long already. And you've already just, hurt something. And I don't know if you trying to, fight through it so you can maximize this opportunity that you have and putting yourself out there now, or if you got hurt and you're trying to play through it, but you don't know how to really react. It's like, sometimes it's like Errol Spence. He was never down in his career, but once he went down against Bud, it's just like he never recovered. And is this one of those things where, I hope it's not true, but is it going to be one of those things that from all of these compounding injuries that he's had, he won't know how to recover because his body is trying to overcompensate so many different ways that now he's putting stress on other places. And, he's a great player. So let's hope.
I feel like OBJ is going to have that. And I don't want to put that on him, but I feel like so many leg injuries, he's overcompensating. You know what I'm saying? Ankles, knees. I mean, just too much.
This Baker fault.
They did draft Rashee Rice from SMU, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to him, so he's a bigger type. He kind of cut from that Juju cloth. I think he's a little bit faster, but it's Andy Reid, so he'll know how to utilize his strength. So at the end of the day, like say they showed this last year.
Ross is behind. You know what I mean? Rice says he got to work his way up the chart.
That is true. I mean, but they showed us last year that they're gonna get
none of this shit
matter.
None of it matter.
They're gonna find a way.
Just better than everybody else.
They're gonna find a way. But if they ain't got Chris Jones, that's gonna matter. I say that's gonna matter.
Year. That's crazy. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Should have been me.
Well, that was the AFC West. We did the AFC East earlier. This is our NFL divisional series. We'll wrap it up next week, right?
Yeah, I think
so. We're wrapping it up next week, right? Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. Appreciate everybody that's going to watch the recap later on throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 210, 3-Man Weave. You can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. That's also where you can get all your 3-Man Weave apparel at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm Hill. That's Cannon. That's AJ. Y'all the fours. I'm going to watch the doc soon. And we out.
Yeah.